Part 3. We moving along. Thanks for all my right things for tuning into your boy. Pfunk Thinking Right. When I do what I do at my YouTube classroom for you. Let's continue on with the concept of the jet pillow. We're down here where it's going to let you know that after becoming the mystical spiritual movement, part of the movement, realizing you're a God, watch this. But the jet pillow, the jet refers to the special realm of the Duat. Here we go. That's called the astral plane, wherein Asar, symbolizing the spiritual resurrection, can be discovered. That's only going to happen once this is all said and done. Okay? The spiritual resurrection, okay, through right thinking, practices, you can make it happen. Now, the Duat is the ancient Egyptian concept of the Netherworld. Hell, heaven, is a special place of existence. They break that down for you. We get to that part later. But it's also called the abode of Asar and Ptah, as well as the ultimate destination of those who become masters of right thinking. That's where you want to go, aka spiritual enlightenment, nihas, or obtaining mastery with spiritual knowledge. That means God knowledge. Okay? That's possible to obtain God knowledge. I digress. This is the realm of supreme peace. If you live the righteous life, you go there and you peaceful. If you live ignorant, you ain't getting there. Why? Because you ain't gonna make it. Your soul won't make it past Anet. You won't pass Anubis's trial, so you will be eaten and your conscience will be erased. That's dying twice. The Egyptians call that dying twice. If you don't get enlightened in this world, you're going to die again in the afterlife because the body's going to cease, but your consciousness still go on. Imagine, I can start explaining. When you sleep, every time you lay down and go to sleep, and everything that you dream of to you is real. Imagine never waking up from that dream. That dream just keeps going on forever. See? That's what happens when people go to sleep at night. That's why you thank God that you wake up in the morning. I do every day. Because if that don't happen, you in that continue that other you don't want to be there yet while you're here. So trust me, it's just a concept of vision. But the reality of it is we've known people who have died in sleep. A lot of people die in sleep. Sleep is death temporarily. So you get to experience it. Why? Because the subconscious still work, you're still dreaming. Some dreams, years transpire, things transpire. You only been there for a couple of hours. So the brain is a powerful tool, a powerful weapon. You can have an actual ejaculation, orgasm from dreaming. Now, is that a powerful thing or what? Is that brain a bad mamma jamma where the body will acquiesce to whatever the brain says and you in the bed sleep? And the brain said, no, you having a sexual encounter and it feels good. You're going to have so tense thought that you actually ejaculate. Anybody who ever had a wet dream understands that's it. We'll have that's it. No matter, it's a reality. It's how the brain works subconsciously. You watch porn all day. You hell bent on just having sex. What do you think the dream's going to be about? What do you think the subconscious is going to entertain? So the brain is a powerful tool. If you can't control it, it will control you. That's called set. That's the ego. Oh, it'll run itself. It'll do what it wants. It's going to drive you to do drinking, smoking, all these things that you may not want to do. But if you have control over you, it will have you doing those things. And I don't know why I did that. I can't stop. Really? If you have no mental discipline, you will fall victim to a whole bunch of things that you should have been strong enough to resist, or your mind should have been able to tell you that ain't right. We're taught right from wrong at an early age. The older we get, some people just sneak and deceitful and think they can get away, but remember that guy described, he's your thought process. He's your memory bank. He got everything written out for you. But don't worry about that. He covering that. Do you? But understand, what's done in the dark will be brought to light. Whatever you do, think. He keeps track. It's a concept. That's supposed to keep you thinking right, keep you on the straight and narrow. If I have a perverted thought, he keeps it down. But if I don't act on it, It's just a thought, so it gets erased. But if you make that action, oh, now you got to pay for that. If you can get reward for doing right, you have to be punished for doing wrong. And that's the power of the opposites. It ain't ever changed. It's been that way since the beginning of time. After the sun was in place, that's the one thing that came by itself. In the noon, those two things pretty much run on their own accord. Everything else was brought into existence through concepts and views. Opposites: air, moisture, earth, heaven, past, 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 past again. Okay, it's called opposites, but that's the idea. Oh, I don't way off track again. All right, but right thinking, aka spiritual knowledge of self, is what you want to acquire to be able to conceive that idea in the realm of supreme peace. Heaven is known as Sekmat Ari, or in other times, Amen Jed, meaning godly presence, meaning spirit is strong. Here, presence. Now, the Amen Jed is a reference which unites the symbolism of ancient Egyptian deities Asar, Ptah with the deity Amun, thus creating these three deities of ancient Egypt into a singular essence and dispelling the notion of polytheism. We knew it was one supreme being. Always did, always had. Everything comes after him. Always knew that, always did. So don't tell us we studied. I digress. Here we go. You see the underlying non-dualist monotheism in an important tantric theme. Yes, we break it down for you from the earth being Geb and the heavens being Nuke, and before Shu, which is air, which separates them, they came together in a sexual embrace. And during that sexual embrace, Nuke got pregnant. But she couldn't give birth. She couldn't do nothing because nothing could exist until Ra told Shu, separate them. She looks down, he looks up. That's the way it's going to be for eternity. That word, eternity, the Egyptian was serious about eternity. They knew that once this is it, everything after this is, that's what it's going to be. Okay, so they was big on eternity, and they was conscious of it. The Jit symbolizes the winged human soul. When you see the ba is the spirit that's in the body. If the body gets shot or it dies, or the body's, I'm out. You got 9 parts of the spirit. We talked about that, but that's what it's all about. You see the body at the hawk with your head. Usually you have your body with the hawk's head. In the spirit, you got the body of the hawk, the falcon, the bird, and you have the ability to fly. When you see wings, that means you have the ability to exit stage left, so to speak. But yeah, the wing disc, that's the sun. We can rise and go to places that we can't reach up there, okay? But the human soul, which is in us, that is being well established. It means you're well established or steadfast or even stable in your spiritual knowledge of the self. This is spiritual enlightenment. I'm grounded in my faith and what I believe, why I believe it, how I believe it. I can break it down for you. I can have you explain it to you, whatever I want. But I'm not here haphazardly just saying, well, I believe. Anybody want to believe what I know? I learn what I need to learn, comprehend it, understand it, then I meditate on it, and then I use it. Once I employ it into my daily routine of life, it becomes mine. It becomes a way of life. That's why we have teaching. Right thinking is a way of life. It ain't just something you do like church. You go to church on Sunday and all the rest of the week you have to fool. No, right thinking means every day you got to do the right thing. Every day you got to act and be on my yacht, doing your best at all times. No days off. I don't take days off. I digress. I'm a different dude, so you can't use me as a medium because no, I'm not the regular. No, I'm a little abnormal, I guess. Okay. In ancient Egypt, the word Judah, Jedi, it's not familiar. Jedi, okay, it's spelled D-J-E-D-D-U. It's Jadu. Refers to the abode of Asar, where within the Duat, steadfastness and stability, as well as the pillar of Asar, meaning you have to be straight up and down, perpendicular on the square, son of people, righteous in your decision making. Own it. Be what you should be on your point for yourself. When you do these things, you're putting yourself in a better position, a more nobler stance, a more respectful attitude towards yourself. When you are spiritually enlightened, you are a different breed of human being. Why? Because you are a human being now with intelligence, with godliness, with understanding of righteousness in your brain. You're going to do the right thing. You can't make me do the wrong thing against my will, but I'm going to do what I know is right. That's all. That's all you asked to do. When you got understanding of self, that's all you will do. Okay? Understand that. So in mystical terms, watch this, it refers to being firmly established in the netherworld, meaning I know when this is over, I have a place, my ticket points in the netherworld. That's eternity. That's what you want. That's that. This idea is to become steadfast, upright as a tree, vertical, like I say, horizontal, vertical, not leaning over, as opposed to unstable and falling over horizontally, as the dead. Masonically, when I raised you from a dead level, meaning you had no knowledge of what I was giving you, I raised you up from a dead level to living level on a perpendicular on the square. Okay? Makes sense. Y'all didn't invent that. Okay? I'll stop right there. But I've been through that, and I played that game for a long time. Okay, over 20 years. So in order to reach up, to unite the earth with the sky, this thus destroying in the form of transcending of duality. When Shu separated the sky from the earth, now we got life, but we got air to sustain life. That's what Shu does. Okay, lifts up. Okay, heaven. The picture you see with you got Gab sitting down, but sometimes you sit with a big rock hard pin because they just separated him. He was still metaphorically. So when Newt was raised up, she looks down at him, he looks up at her. That was going to be for eternity. So understand in life, when you make certain decisions, eternity is a long time. Make a better decision because you got to live with that one. Remember, make a decision that you can live with. I don't have a problem with my afterlife at this point in my life. I'm good. Why? I'm secure in my position. I'm steadfast. I'm Jed. I'm understanding. I'm good in my position. I'm firmly committed to what I understand to be. That's all. And I live it. That's the difference. A whole bunch of jibber jabber don't account for much. We're going to question, or we're going to look at your deeds. Okay? So, here you go. Watch this. Jedu, this means having the knowledge of what is below and above and transcendent both, thereby attaining the goal of mysticism, enlightenment, to transcend duality and become one with the all. Metaphorically, consciously, you have to know that the spirit inside you is the spirit that runs the whole world. The ancient Egyptians' concept, I went too far. Sorry about that.